Emotions also ran high in a different courtroom in Hillsborough County. A former detention deputy is on trial accused of vehicular homicide. Daniel Hernandez was reportedly speeding down Dale Mabry in August of 2021 when he slammed into another car, killing a woman. News Channel 8's Victoria Lucas joins us now live from the courthouse in Tampa with the details on today's emotional testimony.
Jen, emotional indeed, and you can feel all of that emotion in the courtroom as the husband of the deceased victim took the stand. And we begin, though, with opening statements from both sides of counsel who are approaching this case differently.
It was ultimately the defendant's actions in this case of his reckless driving that caused the death.
This was an accident, and it does not belong in criminal court.
Hillsborough County Detention Deputy Daniel Hernandez stands trial for the death of Krista Richter and injuries of her husband, Peter, from a traffic crash on August 20th, 2021.
I just don't move overall the way I used to. It makes me feel a lot less of a person.
The Richters were coming from a restaurant in a Nissan SUV that evening. Krista was making a left while on Dale Mabry Highway when Deputy Hernandez's Mustang collided into their car.
I looked at Krista and I saw her leg going around like the sock in a dryer.
Peter says Krista died at the hospital 9 days later. According to the search warrant, a data recorder for Hernandez's car requested nearly 1 month after the incident showed Hernandez was driving more than 109 miles per hour. The defense mentioned the data recorder in opening statements, honing in on the fact that it came after initial investigations.
That it was an accident. There was nothing left on the ground for him to examine, to compare, to see how accurate this piece of technology, this black box, is.
The prosecution, though, relying heavily on Hernandez's driving in their introductory remarks.
Had the defendant not been driving, and what the evidence will show was a reckless manner and a willful and wanton disregard for the safety of others, that this crash would not have happened.
The testimony will continue tomorrow beginning at 9 a.m. The jury is also expected to deliberate. Live in Tampa, Victoria Lucas, 8 on your side.
Together, Universal Studios, you have to make this right on so many levels. On so many levels.
Some new calls tonight for a thorough review of how a man died while riding a roller coaster at Epic Universe. Good evening, I'm Keith Kate.
I'm Jennifer Lee. Thank you for joining us. Attorney Ben Crump is representing the man's family as they mourn the loss of someone they say loved theme parks. News Channel 8's Stacey DeSilva joins us now live from the Tampa newsroom with details on what the family is calling for tonight.
Yeah, Jen and Keith, the Stardust Racers roller coaster remains closed tonight at Epic Universe in Orlando, and the family of the 32-year-old man who died wants it to stay that way. That is, until they know exactly what caused him to die from blunt impact injuries on the ride.
He was right up in the front seats.
Attorney Ben Crump says Kevin Zavala loved amusement parks.
He was such a good young man. He has so much more life to live.
Zavala was excited to be at Universal Orlando Resort's newest theme park, Epic Universe, last Wednesday. He called his sister that morning from the park.
I'm just happy to have received that call, as those are the last words I have from him.
Zavala, who used a wheelchair due to a spinal cord disability, died while riding the Stardust Racers roller coaster. A medical examiner declared his death accidental, caused by blunt impact injuries.
Multiple blunt force trauma is not a pre-existing injury.
In a note to employees, Universal Orlando Resort president and COO said safety is at the forefront of what they do, adding the ride systems functioned as intended and equipment was intact.
Just because there's no malfunction doesn't mean that there were not safety issues that should have been addressed to prevent this beautiful soul from being taken from his family.
The family is seeking full transparency and for the roller coaster to remain closed until the investigation is complete. The death comes 2.5 years after Tyree Sampson died after falling from a ride at Icon Park. Ben Crump represented his family as well.
It's troubling. We have to get this right. We can't have a third time. We just can't.
An attorney from that legal team said they would be speaking to counsel from Universal Orlando Resort this afternoon. The case, meanwhile, is being investigated by the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Live in the Tampa newsroom, I'm Stacy DeSilva, 8 on your side.
Thank you. Starting today, gun owners in the state can now openly carry firearms, and it comes years after a ban was put in place.
And on your side, Jenna Bass joining us live from the newsroom this morning with what you need to know about this. Good morning, Jenna.
Hey, good morning, Chris and Avery. So Florida's ban on open carry is now officially gone, but that does not mean there aren't limitations.
Guns are still off limits in places like schools, courthouses, polling places, and government buildings. Reckless display or brandishing of a gun is still a crime, and federal firearm laws still apply.
If you go to a private business or to someone's residence and you're asked not to carry the firearm, you have to leave with it. If you stay there, then you're committing armed trespass, which is a felony.
But with this law, those legally allowed to possess a firearm can carry a gun in plain sight or partially concealed in a holster. A state appeals court overturned Florida's 2023 open carry ban, calling it unconstitutional. While some state officials, like Governor Ron DeSantis, praised the ruling, others, like Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd, stress gun safety remains critical.
With open carry, you lose the surprise element. Everyone knows you have the firearm. If you carry a firearm, be proficient. Go to the range. Know how to use it. Know how to safely carry it.
Local law enforcement did work with state officials to determine if there were any exemptions ahead of lifting the ban.
Now, one last thing to note with the reversal on open carry here, Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office says there are 14 cases that involve charges of illegally carrying guns that have now been dismissed. Live in the newsroom, Jenna Bass, 8 on your side.
Last month, we brought you a story of how 2 Tampa police officers ran into a burning home and pulled a man out.
Well, today, they both received awards for their heroic actions. News Channel 8's Alessandra Young joins us live from outside the convention center where that ceremony was held. Alessandra, were you able to talk with those officers?
Stacy and Josh, good afternoon. Yes, I was, and both of those officers told me that they did not think twice about running into that burning home, and that the only thought on their mind was that they had to get everyone out alive. At a packed awards ceremony, 2 TPD officers were met with rounds of applause and medals of valor after their heroic action saved the life of a 72-year-old man.
Anyone inside? He's my brother! Where? He's right there in the living room!
You're watching Officer Mark Neptune's body camera footage from the night of August 9th. He was first on scene to the call for someone being trapped in a burning home on North Highlands Avenue.
You couldn't even see like 3 feet in front of you just how thick the smoke was. So started calling, confirmed there was someone inside, but had no idea where they were.
Officer Neptune said in that moment, he just knew he had to find the voice yelling for help.
As we were calling out, I could hear the guy. And I had no idea where he was, couldn't see him, but like it just kept going through my head, like if I can't get this guy out of here alive, like I'm gonna be hearing that in my head the rest of my life.
He, along with Master Police Officer William Meckler, went inside the home engulfed with thick black smoke, got low, and started searching.
Will came in, got low, crawled in. Once we were able to see where the guy actually was, we went back, got enough air to get in, and then we went in, grabbed him, and drug him out.
To get them reunited again was definitely, she was overwhelmed with joy to see her brother. You know, it was great to see everybody made it out okay.
Before we got the last one out.
They both say it is an honor to receive this award, but what makes putting their lives at risk that night was saving a life.
The ultimate goal of law enforcement is the protection of human life, and I think that day we succeeded.
TPD tells me that a Medal of Valor is one of the highest awards that an officer can receive, and they say that they are so proud of these 2 men that put their lives at risk that night. For now, live in Tampa, I'm Alessandra Young, 8 on your side.